See a little bit of the setting sun casting that orange-ish, peachy hue across Mount Shasta. What a day. What a day. That, with the window open, you can hear, let's see, you can hear, I don't know if you can even see some of the, oh, there we go, some of the Highway 5 traffic. It's just on the other side of those trees. But again, for me, oh gosh, I love how the energies of that. You know, it's interesting when I put up the different pieces. Like today, I was drawn to do certain carpet cleaning project where there was stains from my former roommates. He had bad issues with blood sugar and diabetes, and his feet would bleed. But he didn't wear shoes because it hurt and all of that kind of stuff, and so there was a lot of how would I say, it'd be bleed and then there'd be callus build up. It was pretty, it was pretty gnarly. You know, and I'm just sharing what it was here because that's part of the process that I'm going through now, in healing and transforming and how would I put, reclaiming this space, it's because as it is with, you know, most of the conventional here in the States ways of living and doing business and participating with one another. It was very exploitive and competitive, and it was based upon, you know, exploiting people's weakness for, you know, as they say, dog eat dog. You know, it was pretty, you know, unethical, though wearing the mask of being a quote unquote good and friendly person. Really, this space and what was going on here is a crime scene. These people, you know, I've known them for years. When I was down in living outside in Santa Monica and around the different, quote, homeless and mental health support services, which were just corrupted to the core. And I knew these people, and I've watched them use and abuse other women. There was a couple, the man that was living here, and then there was a woman who was just using him mercilessly, and he was thinking she was the love of his life, and she was looking at him as her pocketbook and retirement account. But she didn't want to do the work, and so she would enlist, which is what happened with me. You know, I ended up getting finagled into taking care of him, which I didn't get paid for. She took all the money for it. She left to go use other people, and she left me here with him, and I was, and also too, the manager of this place and everything. I mean, this was a racket. This was a racket that these people were doing, and they like in my mind, I was going to go over to COS and help, set up community resiliency programs and neighborhood grassroots organizing, for our food shed and security and safety, for the changes coming down the pike. And little did I know that their connection with COS was to exploit students, and it just really, this was just a nightmare. But I was here, and I did everything I was supposed to do, did the right things, and stuck to my values and my sense of serving the goodness and the truth the best that I could, even though I was being used mercilessly for this. And so, but throughout this whole process, almost 2 years now, again, I just surrendered to spirit, surrendered to the guidance, did the healing work within myself, did the feng shui, did the community healing work, with the intention of being able to transform this into something that was a space that was healing for everybody instead of being harmful. Really, because even those who seemed to profit from this, everybody was being harmed. And, the profit was only temporary for them because it's all going to come back now. Everything has to balance. These are the final days. This is judgment time here. And the truth is coming to the light. So, and folks, I'm no Vestal Virgin, and I've had to navigate some pretty gnarly and threatening realities, but always doing it the best that I could with the least amount of harm for everybody involved, and in the greatest good, even in really demonic and diabolical situations that I found myself in, really throughout my whole life, but having gone through this these last 12 years now, 14 years of living outside and living outside of conventional norms. I had a chance to really see the reality of history, of our government, of our economic system, of relationship dynamics, and I have to say the old reality of the Piscean age, the Kali Yuga, these dark times, the culmination of of the Dark Ages, you know, and and so this is the culmination, and this is that in between, and in that culmination, um, you know, separating the wheat from the chaff, the seeds and the positive things that did come out to cherish and protect those things, both in my personal and emotional and spiritual development, and physically, physically with the earth and with, you know, relationships and things of that nature. And then to let that which is supposed to die and decay to go through its process, you know, and release. And so this has been an amazing time. So today was, how to put it, cleaning up the the old blood, really the toxic blood and the toxic um, stains and residuals that were left behind from that cycle of learning through pain and destruction and fear, and shame and old patterns. It was powerful for me to clear out and heal a lot of karma and a lot of subconscious, you know, um, soul-based, unconscious victim programming, um, shame, within myself by going into these realities, serving in the best way that I can, and then carrying on with the healing and absolutely, praying for and asking for the help, because so much of this was beyond my capacity. This was definitely a time of calling on everybody's higher power, everybody's higher self, everybody's soul, in the earth, in nature, and to bring about this alchemical transformation on this space and for all the parties involved and for this community. And so having said that, that was kind of what I did today. This segment of the path was really deep, deep blood, toxic blood, cleansing, and and I'm grateful for the opportunity. And we'll see what how would I put it? Healing and miracles can unfold from here for everybody. my roommate on the other levels, he's going through the healing. The parties, the manager of this place, this woman who was just using him mercilessly and who thought she was going to be, um, you know, get away with the fraud that she did, both toward me and toward him, um, is not going to happen. Justice will be served, and everything will balance out appropriately. And so, because it's time now, it's time to start putting down the, how would I put it? Creating the space and putting down the pathways to go through this transition time, such that we can go through it without being completely wiped out. And we can just transform as we go, personally, individually. And then, you know, those who are going to be a contributing part to this healing and transformation of this time. And so that's what's going on. Again, I don't know exactly how this is going to unfold. Spirit does, and so I just follow my heart and my intuition, and ask for the healing for all of us and the forgiveness for all of us, and the illumination of the beauty that is here and that can be built upon, in in a safe and solid way, you know. And so that was my day today, and my honor, my pleasure. Well, I wouldn't say pleasure, but I would say my honor. And I'm grateful for the opportunity. And I suppose with that I'll say, Chimigwech, thank you so much for listening. Waheguru, Satnam, and many blessings to all.